I don't hear the motor too much, so pretty quiet power delivery. I have a suspicion that this is where the lower wattage will kind of show. Hey look, our battery readout came back. Full charge again. I've had worse performance on higher wattage motors on this hill. The Beaumont Rev 3 from Retrospec brings classic cruiser vibes to the $1,000 e-bike market. And it's clear the priority here is to offer that retro aesthetic with laid-back comfort features. So this has Dutch-style swept-back handlebars, an adjustable quill stem, a comfy saddle, an easy-to-step-through frame, and a pedal-forward design. That all means you can dial in a relaxed upright riding position. And that's all paired with a straightforward user experience. This does have a basic display with LED indicators and mechanical disc brakes, and they weren't concerned with chasing the most powerful specs. But that doesn't mean you're compromising too much on performance, because this has a customized electronic system from Ananda. So in this review, we'll walk around the bike and I'll give you an up-close look at all the components. Then we'll take it to the road and up our test hill to see if it performs as good as it looks. And then we'll wrap things up with my overall thoughts and the pros and cons. But before all that, let's take a closer look. If you're not familiar with Retrospec, they're an interesting company. They got their start by offering fixed gear bikes, but now they're a full-blown outdoor company, so it's definitely fun to peruse their website to see what they have to offer. And we have reviews on a few of their models. I've reviewed the Boca Rev, their Delta-style e-trike, and most recently the Chatham Rev Plus 2, but the Beaumont Rev 3 is priced at $999. If you'd like to check up-to-date information though, you can find our affiliate link down in the description. And a quick favor, if you find this review has helped you make a purchase decision, using our links when you go to make your purchase does help support content like this at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much for your support. It's offered in 5 different color options. We have eggshell here, but you can get it in Larimar, mint, blush, and matte graphite. It has a decent payload capacity at 350 pounds and an advertised weight of 57.5 pounds with the battery. Not too bad to lift up. And that weight looks just about right, coming in just under 57 pounds on our scale. Then looks like you can shed just under 5 pounds by removing the battery. You're looking at a standover height of just over 19 inches, so not too bad to step over. This is designed for riders from 5 foot up to 5'10". Now I am a 6'1" rider with a 33-inch inseam, and I can actually get full leg extension. I also had my wife Chesney, a 5'4" rider, hop on this bike, and she was able to get a comfortable fit. Let's take a look at all the components. Starting at the brakes, these are Tektro Aries mechanical disc brakes paired with 180mm rotors. It has the same setup on the back. It's a bolt-on front wheel, 27.5 by 2.4 inch Kenda tires with the brown sidewall and a street tread. It has a rigid steel fork, included alloy fenders on the front, and full coverage in the rear. It has a small headlight up front that runs off the main battery, and a battery-operated running light on the back. The switch is underneath here. Front mounting points up front for an optional basket. The cable management routes through the down tube. It has an adjustable quill stem so you can adjust the handlebar height, and it wouldn't be a cruiser e-bike without the swept-back handlebars. We have Tektro mechanical disc brake levers up top with motor cutoff and an integrated bell on the left side. Lock-on non-slip grips, a right-hand thumb throttle, and a 7-speed Shimano Sys Index thumb shifter. Then it has a basic display with LED indicators. You have 5 levels of assist to work with, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the pedal assist up button in order to turn the lights on and off. And this does have a walk mode. Hold pedal assist down for a couple seconds. And you have the power button in the middle. For graphics, you have Retrospec's logo up front, Retrospec on the down tube, and Be Right Back Chasing Dreams on the seat stay. It has plastic pedals with grip tape in the middle. It also comes with a rear-mounted kickstand with a wide foot, a faux leather wide comfort saddle, and an included rear rack with a 22-pound capacity. Let's take a look at the battery to remove. Put the key in, turn it to the right. You can slide it out through the side here. So this is a 36-volt, 10-amp-hour battery that's 360 watt-hours. This has been tested by SGS to UL 2271 standards, as well as the bike being tested to UL 2849 standards. The battery has 5 LED indicators here. For a quick look at the battery's charge, just hold the button on top here. And then the charging port is underneath this rubber cover. You can charge the battery on the bike or take it inside to charge. The battery is paired with a 2-amp charger, so you can expect charging times around 5 hours from empty. Also included in the box is a ton of literature here. You have an electric bike owner's manual, which is just a generic bike owner's manual. You have the display manual, battery safety manual, and then of course the bike's manual, and this is where you'll find the assembly instructions. They also send you with a nice multi-tool with the Allen keys and screwdrivers, as well as wrenches you'll need for most of the assembly process. The bike arrives about 85% assembled, so pretty average assembly compared to other direct-to-consumer bikes. To install the battery, actually make sure the key isn't in there. There are tabs here you're going to need to line up with the mount. Feed it through the window, get that lined up, and push down till you hear it click. You don't need to ride with the key in the battery. And then this is the Ananda 36 volt 350 watt rear hub motor. That is engaged with a cadence sensor. It has a Shimano tourney derailleur that's paired with a Shimano Mega Range cassette. It has an alloy chain guard that leads up to a 42 tooth chainring. That's it for all the components. Let's take it to the road and see how it performs. All right, we're gonna kick things off with a throttle-only acceleration test up to the max 20 miles per hour. So a couple things to note quick is this is a class 2 electric bike, which means the max speed is 20 miles per hour for the throttle as well as pedaling. I'm a 200-pound rider. It's about a 45-degree day today, so a little bit colder. That can affect performance a bit, but let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, throttle only. And I am in pedal assist level 1, and you have full access to the throttle speed. Regardless of assist level, we're at 15 miles per hour. There's 17, 18, 19, kind of going into the wind. Now we're kind of stalling out at about 18 miles per hour here. There's 19. So we are falling just shy of the max 20 miles per hour, but holding us steady at about 18, 19 miles per hour. Now, for the pedal assist levels, we have 5 levels to work with here and a 7-speed drivetrain. I'm going to slow things down and start in pedal assist level 1. Now, this uses a cadence sensor for those of you who are unfamiliar with the difference between a cadence and torque sensor. Basically, the cadence sensor is just going to detect whether or not I'm pedaling and then engage the motor like an on-off switch, almost like I'm putting on the throttle. And this is going to use a speed-based system, so each level of assist is going to cut off at a specific speed. So we'll just work through these assist levels and I'll call out the speed that the motor cuts out at. Looks like pedal assist level 1 is about 8, 9 miles per hour. Let's go into level 2, feel a little push from behind. There we go, it looks like that brings us up to about 10, 11 miles per hour. Let's go into level 3. Bigger push in level 3 for sure, here we go. Felt the motor cut off right about 14 miles per hour, 15. Let's go into level 4, shifting up, and 16, 17 in level 4. That means level 5 should bring us up to the max 20 miles per hour. And there's 19 and 20, kind of fluctuating back and forth. Sometimes the GPS does lag behind a little bit. All right, but next I want to test out the acceleration to the top speed while pedaling, and that is 20 miles per hour. 3, 2, 1, pedal. Pretty strong takeoff, actually. There's 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And the bike is holding steady. I'm barely pushing into the pedals right now. We're holding comfortably at that 20 mile per hour. So overall, pedaling experience for a cadence sensor bike feels pretty good. And as we're going at the top speed, I don't hear the motor too much. So pretty quiet power delivery and smooth overall. So I'm actually pretty impressed with the level of power on this bike for being a 36 volt system. Nice, quiet, steady power. We're gonna head over to our test hill in a moment here, but on the way, let's talk a little bit about the ride feel. I have a nice upright posture. These swept back handlebars mean I'm not reaching too far out in front of me. I have my gloves on, but the grips are pretty comfortable. Nice inclusion that they're lock-on grips. But I live in Wisconsin. Our roads are really bad, especially after winter. And these larger tires and the saddle are soaking up bumps pretty well. For having a rigid fork, it really does a good job handling these bumps. This also has the pedal forward design. That means the pedal sits a little bit in front of where the seat post is. That helps you have that kind of relaxed, laid back but upright riding position as well. So on flat ground, I feel like this bike is delivering pretty well. Here we are, we're coming up on our test hill here. And we will kick things off with a throttle only up the hill. I have a suspicion that this is where the lower wattage will kind of show, but who knows? Maybe we'll make it up the hill. Now I will say this is a massive hill. It always looks smaller than it actually is on the GoPro footage, but we can put up a graphic so you can see the actual scale of the hill. And we're just hitting the steep part here. I can feel that motor working hard. Yep, we're slowing down. There's 8, 7, 6, but it's pushing. This is honestly doing better than I expected so far. I thought we'd kind of dip out right away. There's 5 miles per hour. Definitely know we're pulling peak power out of the motor right now. And what's nice is I can't hear it. Yeah, this is doing much better than I expected. I think I saw minimum speed of 5 miles per hour. And the hill pretty much holds like this the rest of the way. What's nice is we're still rating out at a full battery charge, even though we're asking a lot of this motor right now. But look at this go. It's just holding steady right around 5-6 miles per hour. We're nearing the top, just a little bit further to go. The hill is rounding out, so I expect we're going to be picking up speed here. And yeah, there we go. So wow, I did not expect to make it up this hill on throttle power alone, so that was pretty impressive actually. Oh, I did just see the battery readout drop to 3 bars. We'll see as I coast down this hill if that pops back up. All right, now I'm going to test out the brakes. These are mechanical disc brakes, so I'm going to pull on the levers now. Woo! Little squeaky at the end. I do think this has plenty of stopping power for this bike. You do have to pull on these levers harder than the hydraulic brakes that are pretty typical at this price point. All right, but here we are at the bottom of the hill. I'm going to shift down here. And I'm going to start in pedal assist level 1. So what I like to do on this hill is start in the low gear in the first level of assist. I'll shift up through the gears if I can, but if I can't, I'll ask for some more help from the motor. We're just hitting the steep part now. I'm in second gear, holding at about 6 miles per hour, but my legs are burning pretty good. So let's go ahead and go into level 2. All right, I do feel it taking some weight off my legs, but I don't want to shift up. We're going to go into level 3. There we go. Nice bump there, 8 miles per hour. Second gear, could probably actually shift up here. Third gear, could actually shift up again. Fourth gear, 9 miles per hour. It's holding me steady. I could pedal like this for a long time, but let's see what pedal assist level 4 gives us. That's another nice bump. Hey, look, our battery readout came back. Full charge again. Magic battery. I could shift up. Still holding at about 9 miles per hour though. Let's go into level 5. Oh, here we go. We're really picking up speed. So this is giving me a lot more help on hills than I expected. But that's why we do these tests. Specs on a page don't tell the full story. I think it'd be pretty easy to look at a bike like this and see it has a 350 watt motor and assume it's not enough power, but I've had worse performance on higher wattage motors on this hill. That's interesting. After all this riding, actually able to hold at 20 miles per hour on throttle power only. So I think the motor just had to warm up a little bit. But with that, let's start with some third-person riding footage and talk pros and cons.
There is a mountain of options in the $1,000 e-bike market that try to stand out by offering tons of power and massive batteries. Retrospec takes a different approach with the Beaumont Rev 3 by blending a clean classic cruiser look with a focus on rider comfort and ease of use, all backed by reliable brand name electronics. And it does look really good. There are plenty of color options to choose from, and the included rack and alloy fenders are even paint matched to tie it all together. The Dutch-style handlebars pair really nicely with the adjustable quill stem and pedal forward design, giving you the relaxed comfort you'd expect from a city cruiser. Our spec-conscious audience will notice that the 360 watt-hour battery and 350 watt motor are on the smaller side, That said, Retrospec could have easily paired this with a generic motor and battery, but they opted to invest in a customized Ananda system that performed way better than I anticipated. It delivered quiet and reliable power, and it even made it up our test hill on throttle power alone. After a 6-mile ride on a colder day with heavy throttle use and 2 big hill climbs, my battery indicator was still showing a full charge. I think you could easily expect 20 miles of riding with heavy motor support and get closer to that advertised 42-mile range with more efficient riding. If you are after more performance, hydraulic brakes, and a more detailed display, they do have the Beaumont Rev Plus that steps up the power and tech for $600 more. And keep an eye out for my review on the Chatham Rev Plus 2. It's their beach cruiser that has upgraded specs and a more detailed display. Now, there are some trade-offs to keep in mind on the Beaumont Rev 3. The display is very basic, using simple LED indicators for the battery readout and your current assist level, so there is no speed readout or detailed ride information provided. Hydraulic brakes are getting more common at this price tier, but this uses Tektro Aries mechanical brakes. I thought they felt just fine, but you do need to squeeze the levers a bit harder than hydraulics. The top speed is 20 miles per hour with no option for Class 3 speeds. It uses a basic but reliable Shimano Tourney drivetrain. The 7-speed gearing lets you keep up with the top speeds while offering a bailout gear for easy hill climbs. It does have a rigid fork, but the larger tires and comfy seat do a good job of handling bumps. You can always add a suspension seat post to enhance the comfort further. Lastly, the lighting package is a bit basic, with a cheap headlight that runs off the main battery and a battery-operated running taillight. I think the Beaumont Rev 3 is really for people who are not concerned with chasing the highest specs and want to balance nostalgia with the new. If you just want a bike that's easy to use, supports you without jumping out from under you with too much power, and delivers the classic cruiser riding experience, this fits the bill. The Beaumont Rev 3 is priced at $999, and if you decide to pick one up, using our affiliate link in the description or the QR code on screen is a great way to support our content. And like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date on our reviews. With that, I'm Miles with Ebike Escape. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.